Down here in the bottom left, he needs to win this game or he is out. He is.
삼성칸 RorO.
Hard to imagine he would ever be in the final match like this.
Down here in the bottom right, surprising everyone with his fantastic play here today against RorO. He is.
웅진 스타즈 플라잉.
That pylon looks like a gateway pylon.
Yeah, it looks like that indeed. You know, it could be a Forge in the Main expansion. Absolutely could be. But I'm going with the gateway, man.
This is really good spawns for flying style. Cross spawns would not be ideal for him. We're going to see either that gateway come down very soon or it's going to be clear he's going for a Nexus.
Yeah, just a second here and we'll see.
This is so tense. This is everything comes down to this.
Yeah, and so much of it is in the openings too. Like, what do these guys choose? What are they going to be battling against each other with? And it looks okay. It looks like it is going to be a Forge in the Main fast expansion.
Yep.
Which you can't really fault him for. This is an okay map for it. You know, it does kind of have like a wide ramp, but you know, on this version we do have the depot at the ramp. Wait, no, we don't have the depot at the ramp. Never mind.
Yep.
So that is a wide ramp, but
it's very wide.
He should be fine. This is a late enough pool that I don't foresee too many troubles.
Really lucky scout for RorO with the Overlord. He's going to see this immediately as soon as it's planted, in fact.
Yeah, I would say, though, I would trade being scouted that quickly for knowing now that he's in that bottom left position, and that's going to be a fine position for attacks.
Yeah, the faster that Flying knows that, the faster he can choose a builder that's appropriate to deal with this. Goes ahead and puts that pylon down there.
4 lings being made immediately. May send those directly across, and what that can do is either get 4 lings in or really slow down Flying.
Yeah.
You know, if they go straight across, I don't know that he can grab both his gases when he wants.
Well, we'll see if he can get in there. It's going to be close.
I don't know this exact time because I never forge fast expand here in my main base on this map. 3 being sent across. And, you know, if he does get 3 in, that's like hell on earth for Flying because he is a Protoss that does not want anything there. Really, any Protoss doesn't want it, but this could be extra gross.
Doesn't look like they're going to get in.
I think he's going to get 2 in, 1 with a hit on it.
Yeah, there's nothing to block. It's too wide of a ramp. Cannon is ready, and yeah, it looks like you're right. 2 shots will go off, and the rest 2 get in.
Oh, he doesn't get a hit on that single one. Okay, well, that's a pretty wide opening there. So he does get 2 in.
This is not the end of the world, but it is very annoying.
Yeah, you know, is he going to kill any probes? He may end up killing 1 if there's a little bit of sloppiness going on, but he's going to prevent a lot of mining time, and this is the greatest scout you can really ask for. These lings are, you know, they're not really worth anything out in the map right now.
Yeah. He's just going to... I mean, it's worth the 50 minerals if you think about it.
Oh,
there's nothing lost here. Almost loses a probe. That was close.
To be frank, he's already cost over 50 minerals of lost mining time.
Yeah. He's just trying to kill probe. He needs to make sure he doesn't lose these lings, though, or the advantage he has is lost.
Yeah, and, you know, it shouldn't be too hard for a player of RorO's caliber to keep those 2 lings alive until there's something with range out to kill them, and even then, it might take a while. Oh, and he actually sacrifices 1 to get a probe kill, which is completely worthwhile, but he should not micro anymore with this one. Just run it around.
If he keeps the second one alive, you're so right. And he's probably just microing this on the minimap right now. He just shows the Stargate.
Yeah. Well, how long are you really going to delay your attack? And the thing is, by throwing that Stargate down in front of the Zergling, he's saying, Stargate! Stargate, RorO! And he may cancel that once he kills this.
Yeah. It's very, very possible. But the thing is, since he hasn't been able to kill it just yet, I think he has to commit now. The Stalker is out.
I would commit to it. I would keep that going.
But, you know, he could try to do something a little bit weird with it now, like go into a Void Rays gateway push, for example.
He just thought about canceling it for 1 second. I saw his mouse cursor actually grab the gateway. I know that you went through. He's like, do I cancel? No. It's too far along. My tech is too slow if I cancel. All right.
Void Ray.
Ooh.
This is exactly what I was thinking he might go into after this. He shows it, and he's shown Phoenixes every single game. Now he's been scouted. He puts it in his opponent's face, and then changes it up, goes into Void Ray. This is so smart.
I do like it. You know, it's not going to be as useful in the early game. He'll still kill some Overlords. It makes him invulnerable to roaches, but you can bet your bottom dollar that we are going to see RorO get into Hydras right away from here.
He needs to. The thing is, he can't hide the Void Ray, because if he doesn't attack, his opponent, RorO's going to be like, what's going on? Like, did he cancel the Stargate?
You know what? Could we possibly see a Void Ray gateway attack?
That's exactly what I'm expecting.
It's such an old style and so weird. You're right. He's doing it. He's doing it.
I like this a lot.
Void Ray gateway all in. That almost sounds really weird to say. Void Ray gateway. Say that 10 times fast.
Void Ray gateway Zealot push coming up here.
He's going to need his Hydras out. This is a deadly push. He's in fact going 8 gates with this.
Yeah, he's not going to make any more Void Rays probably here. Just going to make only the Zealots and a few Stalkers, of course, as they become appropriate.
Now, he's sending these up here to clear any Lings that might be there, to try to fake possibly taking a third.
Yeah, and he has the Void Ray to the south, also making sure no Lings can scout.
Yeah, he needs to keep this completely hidden.
This is the most important part. This pylon here is the most, close to being scouted thing he has.
He is going for that third Void Ray, not too surprised.
The probe! And the pylon should go down if he targets it.
Yeah, he's going to take that down. That is a huge moment. Just seeing that, we shouldn't see any more drones for a bit. Just a lot of units popping out.
He starts probe production again. He may just... Well, I was going to say he may just stop the attack entirely, but he does fully wall.
Thing is, his tech is so poor if he does that. Oh, losing a sentry. That's rough.
This is looking worse and worse for flying all the time. The Hydro Ascent is now finished. He's stuck, barely even comfortably able to move out. He only has that one probe here.
Yeah.
If he loses that probe, then the attack is going to fail.
Yeah, and already, if he had hit with that earlier timing, it may have worked out. But right now, it's looking rough. This is basically just going to come down to, does he have God force fields? Like, he has to have the greatest force fields to break through here and kill.
Yeah. He has 7 sentries. Is 7 flying's lucky number? We're going to find out. He wants to catch these queens. It's just too much down there.
Look, that is such a deadly corridor to attack down. With all the creep there surrounding him, he will get flanked so hard. It's gonna make him use too many force fields, I want to say. I want to actually see him walk around to the front of the creep and go in, or the third base and go in, because walking down there into that kind of concave on creep is
suicide.
A death sentence.
Yeah, it's a death sentence. It's suicidal, but he's going to do it. There's so much anti-air here. The Hydras and the Queens with transfusion energy starting to build up here.
He has to pull the Void Rays back and keep them alive. Here it is, that big flank we were talking about.
Hallucinated Void Ray, I like that choice.
Yeah, but it's in the back, so it's not taking any damage, but he does have these in the front now, dealing with the Roaches really, really well.
There's just too much DPS in the Zerg army.
That was not the right spot to attack, and to be frank, it was a bit too late.
This was a disaster. He got scouted early on. He lost his pylon. If he had lost that pylon, this attack would have hit almost 2 minutes earlier.
Yeah. And the difference between 2 minutes earlier and right now is the difference between a possible win and a definite loss.
Yeah, it could have been the difference between round of 8 and round of 16, but this is where flying stops. Tries to go down this concave. Way too many Hydras, more Lings rallying in, even the Queen's doing good transfusion, and this is game GG.
You know what? It was a good plan, but RorO, here's what really happened there is he decided to go Forge in main on this map, and if RorO was any other spot or the Overlord went in a different direction, he doesn't get punished.
Yeah.
But he got punished with those 2 Lings coming in, and that itself was such a punishment against a Protoss like flying.
Yeah, then he had to be creative, and what he chose to do was to show the Stargate, then try to do something tricky, and go for the all-in with the Void Race, and it did not work out. Partially because the pylon was scouted and killed so early with those Lings. That was a little bit of bad luck. But when you choose an all-in build, sometimes you get punished.
All right. Well, we actually finally have a winner going to the back of the crowd. It's always people in the front that get those coupons.
I like what RorO did there.
Yeah, that was really nice of him to spread the love a little bit. All right, so at the end of the day, man, RorO outplayed flying there.
Yeah.
It's so funny, the tiny things that a series can come down to, such as choosing the Forge Expand in the main base and having RorO realize that he could definitely get a couple Lings in, or if he doesn't get it in, it means it slowed down his opponent's gas so much because he had to make all those extra buildings to actually
And it's just
crazy.
All this comes down to sometimes positioning, luck, chances, but also like the choices that you make. You make a safer choice, put it in the natural. You make a riskier one, put it in the main. You try to get ahead that way. All the little things in StarCraft really add up.
This is why StarCraft is so beautiful. The most beautiful thing in the world, man. The most amazing game there's ever been.
Absolutely. And
it's an awe-inspiring thing to see.
We now have 2 Zergs to join the Process and Terrans in the round of 8.
2 of each. I'd call that balanced.
Yeah, pretty nice.
All right, yeah. I'm not actually surprised at who advanced today. This is kind of...
This was your prediction of it. Exactly.
These 2 are great. They're 2 of the best Zergs in the world, in my opinion, and they did show it tonight. They definitely did. Great
I was expecting Yoda to come out, but he really choked a little bit. We talk about how he's either on or he's off. Today he was off, did not get out.
He was. As you see there, Flying and Yoda not quite making it out. You know what? We had really great games from both of them, though. They both really played like players that, at certain times, Yoda had at least 1 good game, and then Flying had, maybe 3 or 4 really good games. So
here's how our bracket is starting to look.
Crap.
Kind of insane.
Soulkey Parting and RorO Innovation. Bomber and SOS. One of them will be fighting a Zerg, and the other one a Terran or a Zerg.
Yeah, this is going to be a pretty cool round of 8 for the season. And very balanced as far as race distribution goes. Like you said, there'll be 1 more Zerg for sure.
Yep.
So we'll have 3 Zergs no matter what.
And it could be 4 Zergs. Absolutely, we could have half the top 8 be Zerg. But you know what? 2 Terrans and 2 Protosses get through. And we almost had a 3rd Protoss get through out of 3 that went into the round of 16. So what an interesting season this has been so far.
I'm really liking it.
And here's
the match is on Thursday, in fact.
Yeah. It's going to be Symbol, Su, Kangho, a.k.a. Lucira, and Gumiho.
Gumiho, the odd Terran out in the group, he's got to face 3 Zergs, but it also means he only has to practice 1 matchup.
Yeah. That's very true, and he's very good at that matchup. So we'll see how he can do.
I would love to see this be Gumiho's season.
I would love to see him get really deep. He's such a talent, man. He's so great.
He's just never been able to grasp that finals yet, and this could be his time.
It might be, but this is the most stacked season yet, and there are players in there such as Parting, such as Innovation, RorO, the defending champ. I mean, we have...
He has to get through finalist Symbol in his group.
That's very true. And another finalist, Kangho.
Yeah, very true, actually. Yeah, that's true.
And then, the wild dog, Su, the Kespa Zerg. Very aggressive Zerg most of the time. Well, all right. Has been very fun today with you, Wolf. Thank you for filling in for Tasteless.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. For those of you guys who don't watch other than Code S, make sure to follow and check out Code A and GSTL. You guys can follow me on Twitter at ProxyWolf if you want to hear more updates about that.
Yeah, and I'm Artosis on Twitter. And guys, tomorrow is Code A starting at 1 p.m. KST.
Yeah, we've got a double day tomorrow, so make sure you watch it because there's StarCraft all day long.
But a little bit before that, there's Meta, my new show. Another episode coming out tomorrow, so make sure you tune into that as well.
So it's like no matter where you are or what time it is, there's going to be StarCraft on.
You can actually sit there, watch WCS USA, then watch Meta, and then watch WCS Challenger League Korea.
Yeah, and then by the time you're done with that, there's probably something else you can go on and watch.
I guarantee there will be something.
Thank you guys so much for watching today.
Yeah, and we will see you guys tomorrow.
I see it every time